Hey there, my name is Joshua Eagles, and this is a brief introduction to video game speedrunning. In this video, I'll be introducing the concept of speedrunning video games, discussing 3 different games in their speedruns, and explaining how someone new to speedrunning can get involved. So, what exactly is a speedrun? By definition, a speedrun is completing a game as fast as possible under a specific rule set. Most rule sets ban cheating, of course, but some go on to restrict the actions a player can take, allowing for more variety. However, the goal of going fast is still the focus. Well, now that speedrunning has been defined, let's move on to our examples to try and get a more practical taste about what exactly speedrunning is about. For our first game, we'll take a look at The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. If you've never played it before, you play as this green-clad child, and you must explore 11 dungeons, collect lots of powerful equipment, and ultimately seek out and defeat the King of Evil, Ganon. Or at least, that's what you're supposed to do. In the fastest speedrun category, you do almost none of this. Using a glitch in the first minutes of the game, you can walk right to the room that starts the credits, and therefore finish the game in minutes. Sure, Ganon still lives, but the game thinks you won, and that's all that really matters. For those who'd rather actually play the game, there are plenty of alternate categories. These categories alter the rule set to force players to complete certain objectives, such as defeating every boss, or to not use certain tricks, such as the glitch that allows you to escape the game's boundaries. These alternate rule sets make the game far more interesting than just walking to the credit sequence. Minecraft is an immensely popular game, and this is also true for speedrunning. But how exactly do Minecraft speedruns work? Isn't the map randomized for every single world? It is, and this randomization makes the game quite unique. Runners that use randomized worlds have to hope for a world that can be quickly completed, and also adapt to whatever world you get on the fly. There's also alternate categories, where you can choose the world you play on, meaning you have to both spend time beforehand to find a good world, and then spend lots of time beating the game on that world over and over until you achieve a good time. Both of these categories have their fans, although with how the set seed worlds make the game less random, those runs are more like a traditional adventure game speedrun. The final game that will be covered here today is Celeste. Celeste is a fair but very challenging platformer about climbing a mountain. The average player will die in Celeste hundreds, if not thousands of times, which makes the game's content last a lot longer. However, a good speedrunner doesn't die at all, which by itself cuts the game's length significantly. But then, these skilled players go on to use extra difficult strategies to make the game even faster. The developers of Celeste also support speedrunning, and they snuck in super secret shortcuts and extra difficult side paths for the most daring of runners. That's the last of the examples, but with only 3 examples, it's impossible to cover the huge variety of games people speedrun. Some of the other interesting genres include tactics RPGs, JRPGs, and roguelikes. There's also wacky games that people run, such as Brain Age, Pokemon Snap, or Barney Hide and Seek. Pretty much every game that exists has people who speedrun it, regardless of what the game is. So, how can you get involved? Lots of more detailed guides exist, but the gist is, you just need a game and some time to put into it to learn how to play it fast. If you want to compete with others, you may want to look into a timer, such as LiveSplit, and some way of recording the footage of your gameplay. OBS is a popular choice for recording and streaming software. The game you pick is also rather important, since speedrunning is supposed to be fun. The best way to pick a game is to just experiment and see what games you enjoy running. One way to choose a game is to just pick something you know you love playing, so you can enjoy learning how to play it better than ever before. Speedrun.com is a great website and is the home for the speedruns of almost every game out there. If you want to join the community of a specific game, there's often links to Discord servers available on the game's speedrun.com page. With all that said, this concludes my introduction to speedrunning. Thanks for watching.